Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting, all the comments, all of the likes, all of the subs. I appreciate all of that, man. It's only right I did this video. We did the first video where we talked about Stephen A talking down on Jasmine Crockett. We ain't really like that. Apparently, he gave an apology. So let's check the apology out. I feel like it's only right we shoot him that shot.
I apologize for not speaking about this earlier. If you took a close-up of my face right now, you'll see the right side of my face swollen. I had emergency double root canal surgery. And so I've been down and out and drugged up and stuff like that over the last few days, trying to overcome this stuff. But nevertheless,
how convenient, Stephen A. Nah, I'm playing. He'll be, doing all right.
It is what it is. I'm here right now. I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted.
I mean, it's possible, but you put the narrative out there. You put everything and all of its context out there. Don't get mad when one person uses it and says the same thing to attack a person that you said, because, if you really feel like that, stand by it. Not saying it was right. I don't agree with it. You can see my past video. I didn't agree with it. I mean, it stands to reason somebody would use your words or double down on what you're saying to attack the person that you're attacking the same way.
But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And that's what I'm going to do today. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president, what about how he talks?
This was something I specifically said in my last video. You talk about how she's talking. Let's talk about the rhetoric of our president. Right? You saying she needs to change her tone and how she gets stuff done to work with him. You're talking about this guy, the way he talks, his rhetoric, the name calling. He's known for that, right? They think it's funny. It's a meme to them. It's a joke. He's the funniest president we ever had, right? But his rhetoric is cool and hers isn't. Okay.
I can understand that. And if that is the reason that everybody is in an uproar, that is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to that to my sister because, damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her. Just like I didn't.
Was it specific see, maybe that's something I'm missing. Is this something specific Trump said about her that he didn't say? Because what do you mean you didn't feel that way about her? Because you explicitly told us how you felt about her.
I feel that way about Kamala Harris. Just like I don't feel that way about the marvelous, the wonderful, the incomparable, the greatest first lady ever, Michelle Obama, in my estimation, or anybody else. But what we're going to do on this show is understand who the hell I am.
Okay.
And how it's going to be as long as I'm doing this show. I have no problem apologizing if I'm wrong. I have no problem apologizing if I've made somebody feel a certain kind of way. But I'm going to challenge the legitimacy of what people come at me with when I think that challenge is warranted and deserved. If you came to me and you said to me that it came across as a bit dismissive, Stephen, you should have been more protective of her than that because look at how he speaks. Look at how they act on Capitol Hill towards her. I understand that. But when somebody tries to take that to accuse me of being disrespectful, or in any way misogynistic, I'm going to push back on that because that's emphatically false. There's no truth to that whatsoever, and I'm not accepting that, and I'm not owning that. I can sit up there and I can look at Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate seat in Texas or for the Attorney General spot because she's qualified. I personally think Kamala Harris should have ran for governor of California. I've said it for the record that if Michelle Obama was running for president, she would have beat Trump. In my opinion.
I think that was a lot of people saying that too. I'm not sure if that's true. Obviously, I would have hoped that would have happened, but.
That's how I feel. But somehow, some way, it's never enough. For some people out there, I understand. I would advise you to get over it or buckle up because I'm not going away. This is my show. I will say what I feel and I will do what I want. It doesn't mean I'm going to be insensitive. It doesn't mean that I don't care about our community. A matter of fact, most of the trouble I get in is because I care about our community.
I do want to make sure this is clear. For Black people that criticize Black people, you can do it. You can also do it in a way where it doesn't sound like you are aligning yourself with racists and bigots. Not saying Stephen A did that. It was a little bit tiptoeing on the line. It felt like that, but that's not even what I'm trying to say. I'm not even really trying to put him in that camp. A lot of people that feel like, oh, just because I criticize the Black community, oh, I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a coon, I'm a sellout, I'm a this. It's probably not that, because there's Black people. I'll give you a perfect example. Dr. Umar Johnson. This is a person who constantly criticizes the Black community, but he isn't called any of those names. Not saying everybody has to be aligned with that person. I'm just saying there's a way you can criticize the Black community and it not feel like you're doing this for white people, for the certain white people. All I'm trying to say is if you're Black and you feel like you have people seeing you criticize the Black community and feel like, hey, this is a little Uncle Tomish, maybe you should just check the rhetoric a little bit. I'm not even saying that they might be right about it, but just take that in consideration. You can understand that there's problems within the Black communities, problems outside the Black community, and how you choose to address them could be very different.
Simply asking a question. That's all. What's working for you? because I don't want her to lose the prowess that she has. I want it to continue to gain and elevate. We need resistance to what we see going on in the streets of America. I asked a question. I get it now with Trump feeding into that nonsense, giving him fodder or ammunition to continue to go out there and talk about our black women that way.
Is he saying I asked a question as far as like, why is her rhetoric that way? Why are you speaking like that? Because it sounds more like you need to change it. You're not doing what you're supposed to do by not working with this person. It sounded like you were telling her something more than asking her why she does something like that. And again, I said in the last video, I'll double down on it here. I think the way she's talking has resonated with a lot of people, and a lot of people actually like it, which is why you hear her name so much these days, right? Not just the work that she's putting in, but because she's one of the few that actually gets her voice to hit everyday people or hit common folk. She's making her rounds on these podcasts, and she's talking like she feels comfortable, and it speaks to a certain level of realism. We want politicians to speak to us. I'm not saying, oh, speak to me ghetto, speak to me this. I'm just saying, speak to me real. Talk to me from your heart. Talk to the people. Keep it real with us.
I got it. I don't like that at all. I don't want to be associated with nothing like that. And I apologize because I respect the hell out of Jasmine Crockett and what she has accomplished. I absolutely do. And I appreciate the fact that she feels compelled to fight the way that she's fought, the way that she fights because of what she's dealing with. I've been a journalist for over 30 years. I don't want enemies. I truly don't. But I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to call it like I see it. It should be done respectfully. It should be done with the sensitivity that it needs to be done with. I get it. I understand. But I'm going to be me. I'm going to call it like I see it. I can look Jasmine Crockett in the face and say, I'm sorry for any kind of noise I caused in your direction. Because she is accomplished and she is smart. And she does have an incredible, incredible challenge working in this political climate on Capitol Hill. I got it. And when Trump came at her like that, I said, damn it. I was pissed off because I said, that's what they're talking about. When they're saying, you know what, when you question something about her, it's going to invite that. I understand. But we also need to be able to ask her questions. Just like we would ask Kamala Harris questions. Just like we would ask AOC questions. Just like we would ask Gavin Newsom questions. Just like we would ask Chuck Schumer questions.
It's fine. You can ask them questions. You should be able to ask them questions. But make sure they're questions and not statements on telling people how to act. I was going to say this for the end, but I'll say it now. I do think that there's something that feels good about hearing a media personnel apologize. It's so rare. It could be, oh, well, all the backlash, he trying to backstep because people called him out. And even if that's the case, to actually be like, yo, I messed up. I'm hearing what some of y'all saying. Y'all right. It's so rare in today's media, right? Especially if you're looking at politics, especially if you're looking at news outlets that they talk mainly about politics. You don't really hear that. And because he's jumping in his field to apologize when you're wrong and to say, hey, I made a mistake. I wish we had more of that.
Anybody else, that comes with it. It comes with it. The times that we live in, the times that we live in, the times we live in. Yep. Absolutely true. Which is why I was screaming to get our focus away from the cancel culture and identity politics and the kind of things that would turn off 77 million voters, which pretty much comes down to about 20 swings, 20 swing districts, if you really, really want to think about it with these elections. But that's a different story for another day. The point is, times are tight, and the slightest little thing can turn people off. And in the end, as trifling as President Trump can be, the fact of the matter is, millions upon millions of people felt that he was closer to normal than the Democratic Party.
If I'm being honest, I feel like Stephen A's criticism probably, again, not saying it's correct, I don't agree with it. I think his criticism probably lied along the lines of the idea that, hey, we as black people have to be 2 times better. Trump can get away with his rhetoric, as you can see, and be elected president. But the moment we stoop down to that level, we start acting like this, we get condemned, right? So we always have to be presentable. We always have to be on our best behavior because we're already fighting against the grain, just being us. I think maybe that was his idea, but that's not necessarily the correct idea. Her being vocal and speaking how she does, like I said already, it speaks to so many people. We want that. You heard Roland Martin say the same thing, who's an actual voter under her. He wants her to talk like that. And there's probably many more Texans in her district that want that. They want that fight. Bring it to them. Tell it how it is. Call them out. Talk that talk. It's a new day. It's a lot of people that liked when Gavin Newsom was trolling the same way Trump did. Now, people on the right didn't understand it. It's working for people. Look at the mayoral race in New York. It's a new day.
I have a right
So embrace it.
to ask that, just like anybody else, especially since I want the Democrats to regain some power in Congress. I don't want the Republicans having the White House, Senate, and the House. I want the Democrats to have some power somewhere. I want to help. I'm not trying to hurt.
Sometimes your words do not come across like that's what you really want. It sounds like I want, maybe you do. Maybe you want an even balance of things. If you get into a fight with somebody and it's over and you like, look, good one, truce. And that person like, no, I'm going to knock you out next time I see you. You going to stay there and be like, truce? Or you going to be like, oh, I guess we fight next time. And we just going to keep it going until like, all right, just walk away. Don't even look at me. Nah, if I see you next time, I'm like, we're going to do it again next time. Well, then we just going to keep going. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to concede and they just keep like, at that point, I'm just going to get bullied. I'm not doing that.
And I think being quiet and saying nothing and not challenging the strategy that's been employed hurts us as a community. I have always felt that way. And I will always feel that way. But that doesn't mean I'm always right. And it doesn't mean that I'm beyond apologizing when I'm wrong in any way. Because I'm not here to hurt. I'm here to help, to do my little small part, however small that may be. That's who I am. And that's who I'm going to always be. Town Hall, next month if you want it. Say the word. Jasmine Crockett will be welcome. AOC will be welcome. All of them will be welcome. We could have it right in the nation's capital. I'll conduct it myself. Nobody's hiding because we're all supposed to be in it together. Appreciate y'all time. That's all I have to say. Y'all take it easy until another day. Stephen A. signing off. See you on Straight Shooter, POTUS Radio, Channel 124, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, that was it. Like I said, I kind of said I was going to save it for the end. Didn't, kind of told you right there. I appreciate the apology. It ain't for me, I know. But I'm just saying, I think it's respectable. I'm glad he apologized. I'm glad he ain't just, because a lot of times you see people double down on it, right? I'm going to double down on it, and I'm going to go harder. And it's like, bro, like, why? Like, why can't you just, because you just can't be wrong. We in a time where people just can't be wrong. We in a time where we can't mess up. I mess up. I can mess up. If I mess up, I gotta do the same thing. Right? We all human. We're all capable of flaws, right? I mean, maybe you out there, maybe you perfect, and that's dope. But I'm not, and a lot of people aren't. So I appreciate that. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I agree that this country we have to figure something out. I mean, the government is still shut down. At the time of this video, the government is still shut down. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I do got a lot more videos coming. I got some great videos coming, man. I promise I got some great videos coming. So please, if you're enjoying this channel, support. We're still on that road to that 300. Again, I appreciate all the people that hit that sub button, hit the like button, that's comment and stuff like that. I really do appreciate your guys' support. And remember, just like good times, bad times don't last forever. So keep your head up, and somebody loves you. Keep that in mind, and y'all have a great day.